me. The way you wake up in the morning and start your day, that determines your life. The first thing you do in the morning when you wake up, you have to be grateful. Show gratitude. If you already wake up in the morning and start scrolling on social media and not giving thanks, not having gratitude, you have already lost the battle. What you put in your mind the first thing in the morning determines how you want to live your life. Because remember, every day has its own sorrow. Every day has its own woe. So if you are going to wake up in the morning and start worrying about that job that you don't like, start worrying about the argument that you have last night, you have already lost the battle. Your mind is a hard drive to your entire capacity. So what you put in your mind determines how you live your life. Be a warrior and not a warrior. Gratitude is a must. Gratitude sets the tone for how you live your life every day. Even if you are driving down the road and someone cut you off, because you were grateful and you show gratitude in the morning and you determine how you live your life, you actually know how you're going to respond. So the first thing in the morning when you wake up, give thanks. Be grateful. Be grateful. That determines how you live your life. You can have trials and tribulation, but because you are grateful and you know what you want out of life, the first thing you do, you are going to think how to respond to people. Because you are happy, you are grateful that you open your eyes this morning. Life is a gift. So when you open your eyes in the morning, show gratitude. Open your mouth and give thanks. Don't be getting up in the morning and be scrolling on social media before you give thanks. Give praise. Be grateful that you are alive. Do you know how many people want to be in your shoes? Do you know how many people want your life? Do you know how many people want your spouse, want your children? Do you know how many people want to be like you? Be grateful. Gratitude is a must. When you get up in the morning, the first thing you do is to give thanks. Be grateful. Don't be wake up in the morning and be miserable. Even if nothing is going on as if how you want it to be, remember, you are not where you was. It may not be something that is big, but be grateful. Be grateful that you're still here. Be grateful that you can move from point A to point B. Give thanks. That is how you're going to conquer the world. You cannot be grateful and be worrying at the same time. You have to be thankful. You have to be grateful. When people see you out there, they may know that you are going through stuff, but the way how you go on and the way how you deal with people, the way how you do things, they will not even know that you're going through it. Because you're grateful, you're thankful, you're happy. No one can determine your happiness but you. You You are the only one that can determine how you make life. You are the only one that can determine your happiness. So when you wake up in the morning, be thankful, be grateful. Don't think about the problem that happened last night. Don't think about what happened yesterday. Don't think about that job that you don't like. Be grateful that you open your eyes. That is a gift. When you wake up in the morning and you start scrolling on social media, before you give thanks, you start worrying about what happened yesterday, you have already lost the battle. Be thankful. What you put in your mind is going to determine how you live your life. Remember, life is not fair. Remember, things is always going to happen. So you have to determine how you want to live your life. You have to determine how you want people to see you and how you want to see yourself. So the first thing in the morning, hi, how you doing? Is it E-I-F? How you doing? So you have to put positive things in your mind. Wake up in the morning. Put positive things in your mind. Don't get up and start worrying about, oh, I don't like my job. Oh, what happened this morning? No. Put positive things in your mind. Once you put negative things in your mind, the first thing you wake up in the morning, it is going to be negative for the whole day. You have to determine how you want to live your life. And that is why gratitude is something that you have to have. My day is fine, honey. How you doing? That is how you have to live your life. Because remember, in this life that we are living, we are always going to have things that is happening. We are always going to have trials. We are always going to have tribulations. But listen, you have to determine how you want to live your life. Wake up in the morning with a grateful heart. Hi. Wake up in the morning with a grateful heart. Wake up in the morning with a grateful heart. Be thankful and be grateful. Hi, Antonia, how you doing? I know there's a lot of things going on, so you might wake up in the morning and you think, oh, I have that bill to pay. Oh, this, oh, that. Be grateful. Life is a gift. When you get up in the morning and start worrying about what is going on negative in your life, you already lost life's battle. You already lost life's battle. So listen, you have to determine how you want to live your life. Life is a gift. I know that life sucks, but listen, you are still living. You are still breathing. And I know life sucks sometimes, but you cannot dwell on the negative. Because when you dwell on the negative, it weighs you down. When it weighs you down, you feel like a burden. You feel like a log walking around. You feel like a dead person walking around. So you have to put positive things in your mind. So when you wake up in the morning, the first thing you do, guys, you have to be grateful. Gratitude is something that you have to have. Be grateful. When you are grateful, you change the whole narrative. Be thankful, be grateful. There's a lot of things that we can be talking about that's negative. But you have to know how you want to live your life. That's good. You can get your coffee too. Your coffee gives you some energy. Yeah. But you have to know how you want to live your life. When you in your bed and you want to get up, think about, you have to make that decision. Do I want to be miserable today? Do I want to be worrying today, or do I want to be happy today? Because the problem is still going to be there. The problem is still going to be there. You can be going through chaos, but listen, it's how you go through it. That's good. It's how you, but everybody is not always happy. Antonio, you have to know that everybody is not always happy. A lot of people are going through a lot of stuff. That's good. You have to be positive. You have to stay around people who is positive too. One thing with me, if I am not going to be around people who is negative. Once I talk to you and you're negative and I kind of talk you out of certain things and you are in that type of zone, I am not going to hang around you because you are going to pull me down. You have to stay around positive people. Positive people that enrich your life. But back to what I was saying, guys. When you wake up in the morning, the first thing you do, remember your mind is going left, right, and center when you wake up in the morning. Oh, you think about, oh, I don't want to go to this job. Oh, I have this bill to pay. Oh, my child is giving me trouble. Oh, my spouse is cheating. Oh, this is happening. Put positive things in your mind. You can change your life by changing your mindset. Do you want to wake up in the morning and be miserable? Walking around miserable? No. You can have chaos, but a storm can be going on and you find peace because you know what you want, you know how you want to live your life. Thank you, Antonio. You know how you want to live your life. Life is hard as it is. Don't let it be harder. There are some things in your life that you cannot change. And there are some things that you can change. But my word for you today, when you wake up in the morning, wake up with a grateful heart. Life is a gift. There are people laying down right now waiting to die. There are people lying down in the bed waiting on someone to give them a cup of water. Be thankful and grateful. Remember when we came on this earth, we didn't come with nothing. And because mankind, they do whatever they want to do. Everything they put for sale. And the price is so exorbitant. Like everything you got to have money to buy. It makes life sucks. So you have to think that is not what God wants for us. It is not what God wants for us. So you have to have a positive mindset towards what is going on, and you cannot let it weigh you down. Don't let it weigh you down. Things that you cannot change, you just have to just live with it. And things that you can change, make sure you change it. But wake up every day with a positive thinking. You don't want to walk around with a frowning, miserable face. When you look frown and miserable, like no one wants to be around you, no one wants to deal with you. When you wake up in the morning and you all put negative things in your mind, you have already lost life's battle. Be positive. And I am not saying it's going to be like that all the time. But try to be positive. Try to look on the brighter side of life. Remember what you had going on in your life before. And remember where you are now. I know a lot of you are not where you was. Although you didn't have a big change, but at least you are moving from point A to point A plus. Be grateful, guys. Be thankful. Life is a gift. Show gratitude when you wake up in the morning. Don't just be miserable and thinking about life's problem. Life is going to have problem. It is going to be problem after problem after problem sometimes. But are you just gonna sit in your problem and keep worrying and weighing yourself down? Sometimes the stress that some of us has on us It's like a big log laying on our shoulder. Our neck is so tense. We can't do nothing. We can't think because of stress. But guys, wake up in the morning with a positive attitude towards life. Be grateful. Be thankful that you are alive. Because if you were to trade place, I'm going to ask you guys a question. If you were to trade place with somebody that is less fortunate than you, would you trade place with them? I don't think so. I wouldn't. So I have to be grateful, because every time in my life that I move around, I see people that is in a worse situation than I am. So I have to give thanks. I have to give praise. Gratitude is a must. Wake up in the morning with a grateful heart. Give thanks. Say it out loud. You don't care if they say you're crazy. Say, I thank you, Lord. I thank you. I thank you. I give thanks. My eyes are open. I can see. And I can breathe. Give thanks. Gratitude is a must. When you wake up in the morning, stop scrolling on social media for the first 5 minutes you wake up. Give thanks for the first 5 minutes you wake up. That is going to set the tone for the day. You have people out here on social media that's scaring you with a lot of things. So you have to put positive things in your mind when you just get up out of your bed. You have to put positive things in your head so you can go through life. Every day has its own sorrow. So that is why I am telling you guys, I am imploring you, when you wake up in the morning, give thanks. Be grateful when you open your eyes. Life is a gift. And if you start listening to negative people, watching negative things the first thing in the morning, you have already lost life's battle. Be positive. Stay positive. If you need positive, motivational things to help you, it is here on social media. People are out here that have been through stuff, and they're out here teaching you. Let me read. I pray to Yahshua. That's good. Give thanks for your Lord, for Yahshua. It's awesome. Be positive. Be positive, guys, and you will see how your life change. You can change the trajectory of your life. You can change your mindset just by thinking, just by putting positive things in your mind. I'm telling you. But guys, I love you all for watching, guys. Until then, guys, just stay positive, stay blessed, and make sure when you wake up in the morning, make sure the first thing you want to do, be grateful. Gratitude is a must, and life is a gift from God. I love you all for watching.